Hello guys, welcome to first episode Pocho Trainer. ¿Qué más ve? Today guys, it's gonna be a special day cause tomorrow is my birthday and it's gonna be our first episode guys. And I have the honor to have my brother Daniel in my side and AJ in my other side. So we're gonna talk about guys what is happening in the industry right now. We are like, you see the crazy setup that we have here for Daniel. So we're gonna give you some insights, what is happening, and help you guys. If you are a fitness enthusiast, fitness group instructor, or personal trainer, this podcast is for you. So let's get started. Welcome, Daniel. Tell me your profession, your career, your years of experience. Give me just a little knowledge.
Nice. It's really cool to be here in this first episode, and I like the idea of how this podcast is very niche and is catered to fitness entrepreneurs and personal trainers because especially this episode is gonna be really relevant. Because we're gonna dive deep into what the personal trainer needs today in order to succeed. Since there's so many things going on in the world with the pandemic, so it's like you guys have to adapt. And the good thing is that my brother and I we've been lucky that we've been working together for so long that he's been able to evolve faster because I'm around also helping him out and also innovating. And so it's like I'll share with you in a nutshell what I do is I moved to the US around, it's been 11 years already.
Wow,
and
it's a lot.
yeah. So when I moved, I had this goal that I wanted to become a designer. I knew that back in Ecuador that wasn't a realistic goal because just the standards and the budget dedicated to design and photography and video is just not there. And I was like, I'm not gonna do that in Ecuador, but I'll give it a shot here in the US. So I did that, and I went to school for design for 2 years, and then I got a job at a company that did sports memorabilia. And I basically for the next 5 years I work doing graphics for the major leagues, for the NBA, for the NFL, and that's where I learned all the best practices in the industry. It's funny that I landed that job, and I also have my brother that is an athlete and personal trainer, and
awesome.
so I've been around in the sports industry and fitness industry forever since day one.
Yeah.
So it was very easy for me to translate my knowledge into into his industry, bring the same principles, and also help him expand his brand, Samurai FT. So we always been working together, mostly freelance. My brother managed his own brand on his own. He's always asking me for tips and stuff for him to improve. But for the most part, he handles most of his social media
I gotta learn,
marketing
man.
on
I
his
gotta
own.
adapt
Yeah.
myself to use the cameras, to use everything. But it's
Sure.
Yeah, and then what I do today is I get involved in the most important things like when we are setting up stuff for events. Right now that we're doing a lot of live streaming events and even setting up studios like this, that's where I get more hands on, and then I let him just play and go and just play with the technology and learn everything. I learned everything on his own as well. But besides my past experience working in the major leagues, and I'm an art director at an organization called the Next Level Experience. Is coaching for entrepreneurs, business, and mastermind. And what they do basically is they travel around the world and they mastermind between together as a group, and they share insights and knowledge on how to improve their lives as entrepreneurs. And it's a very very fun job. That's basically right now what's taking 90% of my time, and that's where I innovate the most as well, because we travel a lot. Most of the work that we've been doing the past 4 years, it's online.
Yeah.
So
That's crazy.
and then we have live events as well. But it's interesting how that shifted this year, and right now we are mostly having online events. And recently, actually, we had our first like 90% virtual event. So we had a very small audience in a hotel room, in a really big event hotel room, but we only had a few people there, and then we had over 100 people like joining us for
Virtually.
virtually.
I was
That
one
was,
of
that
them.
was yeah.
Great
It was
experience.
nice, yeah.
Great experience. So that's where I am today. It
That's
took me a while
awesome.
to give it a
And
summary,
it's-
but
yeah, it
that's
is so cool. Yeah, thank you, man, for that introduction. That was awesome. And it is just you know, testing all the time. So that's what we're gonna talk today. So Alvaro, he's Alvaro, but you know he says like AJ. People call him AJ because it's kind of difficult to Americans say Alvaro. So Alvaro, AJ, what's up, bro?
Hey, what's up? So first, thank you guys for having me, and I feel
Always, man.
special because you know it's also your birthday and first
Tomorrow.
episode as well.
October 18.
So say happy birthday, guys! Super excited to be
Yeah.
here. I think this is an important episode besides with the first one. Setting up for your virtual sessions is something that a lot of people will struggle, including myself. And since COVID happened, a lot of things changed. So I think this is going to be a great episode that is going to help all of you guys. A little bit about me. So I'm from Ecuador as well. I'm from Guayaquil. Yep.
Guayaco.
And I'm a tennis pro and personal trainer. I've been playing tennis my whole life. I used to play tennis in Ecuador, and then I got a scholarship to study and play tennis in the US. And that was my entrance to eventually move to New York City, which it was my
Nice.
dream since I was a kid. And here we are today. I'm also a personal trainer. I do one-on-ones, group classes, and I also work for Cali Loco, which is a compression wear company. It's amazing. I believe it's a disruptor for the compression wear industry. And I represent the brand in the Northeast region, which AKA is New York City. So we're trying to like grow the brand. Right now I'm the only one, so I'm in charge of everything, and it's an amazing experience. It allowed me to like connect with different people from all ways, different brands, different
Cool.
business, and it's a great learning experience. So I think that's gonna help us a lot to scale the network and whatnot.
Yeah. That's why
Um,
we're doing this right now, man.
Yeah, for sure.
It's just about network, so it's such a good time right now because I remember 1 year ago, right?
Yeah.
We met before, so and what happened right now with COVID is you have the time to slow down and see what's happening and just check social media and we just reconnect. And he texted me again and we was just like, okay, man, so let's work together. And we are Ecuadorians, so we are representing our nation. Daniel is, we are.
Probably Ecuadorians.
Yes,
Yeah.
we are so pumped being Ecuadorians in New York. And yeah, so if you are fitness group instructor or enthusiast and you're starting, to get into the virtual world, we are to talk a little bit about, right?
Yes, even if you are an educator, not necessarily in fitness, this
Yeah.
is something that you can use it for teaching piano, teaching math,
Yeah.
tutoring online. This
Everything.
is really great. Yeah.
Yeah, so we're gonna start with the questions to Daniel. So he's the expert in the virtual world, and also, like he said, is more like guys. You see the background too. His artwork. So he's a graphic design, photographer, filmmaker. Bah, it's a lot. But he's inside right now. So tell me, pretty basic. So you wanna ask him something?
Yeah, sure. So like, when COVID happened, everybody went into online. Even the people that have no idea how to start their own business, but they know that was gonna be their way. So now everybody had a chance to do it. And what COVID did to any industry is that by doing virtual, pretty much everybody is at the same level now. It doesn't matter if you're a huge company or a one-person business. Being virtual allows you to do what you want at a huge scale. And having the right setup makes a difference in terms of like quality. For me, when I started, all I had was my phone, or I would use my iPad,
Like everyone.
and then my AirPods, and that was it. And then you can see my bed, you can see my fridge, because if you know something about New York City is that there is no space. So I had a studio, my girlfriend and my dog, and we were all there
Wow.
while I was doing my class. So it was a fun experience. People went along with it because
Yeah.
COVID affected the whole world.
Yeah.
So with that, I have a few questions. We can
Mhm.
start, for example, with the basic setup. If there is a new trainer and there is no budget and there is no resources that you go online to start something new,
Mhm.
what can you do?
Well,
Basics.
the basics, the very basics. I always recommend that you get a good camera. Right now, you have to become like we live in an era of of personal branding. So you need to document everything that you do, like lifestyle, your workouts, and just keep adding value. That's kind of the general concept. If you don't have a camera, you can do it with your phone. It's I hate to say that I don't like the quality that you get from my phone, but it's actually
It works.
it works.
Yeah,
It works. If you're on a starting point as a personal trainer, your phone will get you pretty far. And especially if you have like a headset, your AirPods, that will give you a decent quality of
That's
audio.
what I use.
That's
Yeah.
enough.
Yeah, so that will be a good place to start if you're doing like Zoom classes and stuff, which is what most trainers are doing right now. So between having a good phone, your iPhone, whatever iPhone you have, or an Android phone, most smartphones today will give you a decent quality. So that being said, the next step, if you have the budget, is having a good camera. I'm very invested in Sony cameras because they were the ones that were innovating the most in the camera world. The reason why is there's Nikon, Sony, Canon, and other brands. But the reason I had to transition to Sony is because they were innovating so much in video, and I knew that being I had a Nikon camera, being a photographer, and also transitioning to video. Nikon wasn't there yet, and Sony started introducing this new technology called mirrorless cameras since I think it's 2013, 14, but they were the ones that actually pushed forward in innovation, and that is still true today. And right now, you can actually see new mirrorless cameras being released by Nikon and Canon. The only problem is that they're playing catch up. Basically, Sony's way ahead of the game.
But also, sorry, Sony is for me as a trainer. I'm not like a filmmaker, photographer. It's really easy to use it. So it's like the
Yeah.
setups, and it's just like press couple buttons and that's it. So it's
Yeah.
easy.
Yeah, so if you are ready to upgrade to a mirrorless camera, I would recommend a Sony A. Right now, there are new entry-level cameras. Let me see, the A6100. That it's a great camera and even has the flip screen if you want to do blogging videos, and it will give you a great quality result. Very good quality video. Now, the reason I point this out between the cell phone and the camera is that if you are ready to invest in a camera, you have to be ready to at least throw $1,000 and above. The reason why is because if you compare the other cameras that are below $1,000, the sensor quality is not gonna be that great, and if you compare it with your phone, you're gonna realize that your phone is gonna give you almost the same quality.
Yeah.
So stay with the phone, basically. And that's the advice that I give to everyone. If you don't have a budget to invest above $1,000, then just stay with the phone. The phone will give you like good enough quality. And especially if you're doing video calls and stuff and Zoom trainings. And if you invest, I would say invest in an AirPods or a headset, a decent headset, because a big part of the experience is the audio. So if you are just talking from the microphone from your camera and you're like on the other side of the room, you're definitely gonna need a headset. So that's gonna level up your production like right away, and you're doing everything from your phone. So yeah,
Basic.
so that would be like the first rule that I would give you if you want to do improve the visuals. It's keep in mind that the cameras that are out there in the market, like below $1,000, like you won't tell
I
the
know.
difference if
Yeah,
you compare it
for
with your
sure.
phone. So that would be the number one piece. Number two, so the biggest parts on video, it's the video and the experience is obviously the visuals, and then is audio.
The audio.
Yeah, so the
Yeah, but I was
audio.
just gonna say something.
Yep.
For me, as a group fitness, guys, for me the music is the most important thing. So, and I was struggling a lot, cause I have the camera. Actually, back at the day, I started to teach in a studio. So I have my speakers and everything. I have the camera. I start to blog, to do some blogs, photos, and everything. I actually start to use a little technology. And when everything happened, COVID, I just start, to doing research with my brother and everything. So, but the audio was like really, really something like people was asking me like, "Hey, I can hear you," or something like that. So I actually have a microphone too, like a headset. He's using it,
This one.
the headset.
Yeah.
And as you know, as a group fitness, we always use a headset. If you go to a group fitness class, you always have a headset. You always have a mixer and speakers. Now the challenge is like how you put that sound in the other side. People can hear you, can see you, and that's like that was a little challenging.
Mhm.
We went for different kind of devices, trying to connect, but at the end of the day, well, we're gonna explain it right now. So, you, I
Yeah.
don't know, it's AJ?
Yeah, no. For me, and I'm sure a lot of you guys are gonna identify with that. Using Zoom as the platform for the workouts and having your AirPods, sometimes it give me a lot of problems. The Bluetooth connection, will disconnect.
Yeah.
One AirPod will work. They couldn't hear me, so there was always like a little back and forth on
You're
that struggle.
sweaty all the time.
Yes,
You
exactly.
jumping, sweating. So
Your
it's
AirPod
like-
may fall or whatnot. So like, and then the other thing is that how can you do not just your own audio, but also music through
Yeah.
your computer or through your phone? So those were a lot of things.
sounds
that,
impossible.
yeah, I know it was hard. Like I had to use my iPod to plug it into a speaker and then have it like close to me so that the AirPods can hear the music. So
I think that was the first thing that people do, right? It's like put a microphone or a speaker close to your phone,
yes,
so people can, the microphone absorb.
because like even if you use the AirPods, it's gonna focus on you, on your mouth, pretty much. So it won't even hear the music as much.
No, yeah, it's like
So-
it's like a headset,
Yeah.
Yeah, and
Yeah.
also, sorry, I see Zumba instructors doing the same thing. So, because they don't talk, it's easy for them. They don't just go like movements
yeah.
and just showing everything with hands. For them, works. For personal trainers, for group fitness, like we teach people how to move. It was like really
Have a
difficult.
lot of cues.
Cues, a lot of cues. Yeah. So
Mm. Okay, so that question is interesting because we actually play around a lot with the technology when my brother had to transition to be his own producer, basically his own DJ on his own.
Everything.
his
now
own Zoom
Everything.
calls.
I'm looking
Everything.
like a
It's
DJ
like an
right now,
octopus.
Yeah. So the cheapest way to get this done is by having an analog mixer. Actually, no, you need a USB mixer. Basically,
that's the
a mixer will allow you to plug in a microphone, whatever microphone, and then have it in your computer. And your computer is gonna identify that as a USB audio device, and basically you will control everything. And we have one right here. I'll explain
Yes.
about this one later because this is the premium the premium one.
Yeah.
But you can save some money buying other devices, but I'll explain the challenges of that in a little bit.
Yeah.
But here's the general concept: is that let's say you have your phone, and then you're gonna grab your phone and you're gonna use this as your output for music. So you will have to get a 1/4 cable and connect it to your mixer. So that way you can control it with the little knobs in the mixer, and then the final mix is gonna go to the computer. You would do that also with Zoom. Zoom allows you to do the screen share, and then you can share the audio from your computer. Now, ideally, you don't want to do that because you don't have much control between when you want to balance out the volume of your voice and also your music.
Sound,
So that's why we have this thing. So there's a dedicated signal coming from the computer that is the music, and we can control it from the mixer. And then we have another one for the mic. That way you have full control of the experience, meaning that there's not gonna be like breaking audio or sometimes it'll get like glitchy and stuff that those challenges will
That was my
will
question,
arise.
remember?
Yeah.
And I was saying like, bro, I need to put the volume down and I just want to hear myself. And I was like,
'Cause
Yeah.
imagine pressing the down volume on the speaker.
Oh my
Then you
God.
talk and then you put it up and back into the class. It's a lot, guys. You know.
Yeah, it's crazy.
Yeah. So we tested a few mixers that are on Amazon that are under $100. The only issue with them is that you still had to use, let's say, for example, your cell phone as your music device. This is with what you will be using to play the music. You can do the same thing from your computer. No, actually, you can't. That I'll explain that in a few. So you need an extra device just to play music, and then with the cable connected to your mixer, you will take the signal to the mixer and then to the computer. So it's like you will be inputting the music from your phone, and then you will be inputting the audio from the mic. So you will have two devices. This, and the mixer. That will be three. So you have a
Yeah.
microphone, a cell
Those
phone.
are like hacks, guys. Okay, so
Yeah.
you
That-
gotta
this is
take
the-
notes right now.
We'll have show notes with easy setups under $500 and the stuff that you can do even with your phone. Again, like your phone is going to be your biggest ally here in the earliest stages.
Best asset,
This is something I just thought of now because right now I have way more experience doing this. So like the easy way to get around buying something expensive like this, because this is a podcasting all-in-one mixer station, and the price is for this one is $600. But if you want to do this under $100, there are very affordable mixers on Amazon, and I will list them in the description, and I'll have that blog post also on my website, because I have also more resources for you guys if you want to actually set up a home studio. I have a lot of tutorials that I put on YouTube that you can follow step by step, and I will teach you the best practices for video and audio. That being said, so that will be the hack on. Basically, you will use your phone as a audio input, then you'll have your mic, and then you go through the mixer, and then you have full control of the experience. That way, everything's gonna sound like really good. The other thing you have to do in Zoom, and this is something that you can actually watch some videos online, is that you have to activate a feature called, I can see it here on the screen, turn on original sound. So you can write that
that's
down. Turn on original sound. You can Google that and you'll find a lot
But
of...
why is the problem? Because I remember like Zoom is trying to modulate the voice
Yes.
and the music, so you lose the quality of the music.
Yes.
So that's the option in Zoom. So then it's just like go through, like the music sounds like normal and your voice as well.
Yeah, the reason we're doing that is because we're already processing our audio through the mixer that it's an actual piece of hardware that you're going to have in your studio. If you allow Zoom to process your audio, and especially if the music is low, it's gonna think that it's ambient noise. So the music will sound like a little glitchy, like there's echo. So Zoom does a good job like filtering out the noise for voices, but once you start mixing it with audio, with music, then it won't know what to do. So the people that are doing your class, they're gonna think like, oh, the music doesn't sound that great, but it's not Zoom. It's just that you need to deactivate the filters that are processing the audio, so that way you get the clean sound coming from your mixer to your audience.
That's awesome. Okay, guys, so don't forget to subscribe to this channel. Actually, it's the first podcast. Que más be? You know what is que más be? In English is what's up, yo.
What's up, yo?
What's up, yo? And don't forget to subscribe to Daniel Sanchez, Instagram, Facebook, and
YouTube everywhere.
YouTube everywhere. And
And
AJ.
Alvaro _Merino _NYC ALVARO _MER
We're gonna put it in the comments, guys.
_NYC.
Yeah.
Awesome.
Let me share an advice,
Okay.
because a lot of people think that we need a huge setup to start something.
Yep.
Guys, to start something, you just need to press record on your phone, and that's it. Share the Zoom link to your community, and that's it. If you have a good iPhone and good Android, which everybody does nowadays, that's your way to start. Do it. You're gonna be afraid, yes, but just do it. start building out your community, start making a little money, and then you can start investing on your equipment. But eventually, it's key that you get a great setup if your goal is to make this a
Yeah.
business, because you have to be all in. You can't just do this for 2-3 months. You have to be all
Yeah.
in, and then invest on you, because at the end everything is gonna come back to you, and the quality. I mean, if you've seen Samurai Fit, the quality of their
Samurai
classes is
FT.
amazing. It's amazing, and that puts him, at the level of any other big company out there. So start, guys, start, and keep listening to our podcast, keep watching, ask questions,
Yeah.
and then these guys will take care of it.
Give us our comments below, guys. Always we're open to answer your questions, and if you want, just let me the comment. I can invite you to see the studio if you want once. Yeah, I'm teaching classes in Zoom, and it's something like I say. So it's just work in progress. We're still growing and trying to figure out things out, and yeah. So you have something to say more, man?
Yeah, the final comment I would add to this whole improving the experience of your consumer and your clients as a personal trainer, it's lighting. And I forgot to mention that earlier. Well, I didn't get to it. It's just that that's the third variable. So you have good video quality, you have good audio quality, and then lighting is everything. And part of the filmmaking experience and photography, even photography.
Yeah.
Just the word photography on itself, it translates to painting with light. So if there's no good light, then the quality of your visuals will suffer. Now the good thing is that I have a bunch of tutorials on my YouTube channel explaining lighting and actually setups that are under $100. So if that would be the next thing. Right now we have very affordable setups here with lights.
Not expensive.
And we definitely invested on lighting. If I have a phone like recording this video versus the camera that we have right now, you won't tell the difference, but it's because we were very mindful of the lighting setup that is controlling the quality of the visual, not necessarily the lens or the camera. So be mindful of that, like keep an eye on lighting.
Lights, cameras, and action, guys, please. Don't stay thinking too much and take action, okay? So that was our first podcast, right? How you feel,
that
man?
was
How you
nice.
feel?
I feel special.
I feel
Feel
special.
special. Yeah, thank
That's
you guys
awesome.
for having me. This is an amazing
Always. And
experience.
it's going to be the first one. So,
Yeah.
guys,
Oh.
please.
Oh, guys, by the way, also the same setup that they have here, the ones that you are going to be receiving on the links that you guys are going to put, is the one that I'm going to use. So I'm going to give you a follow-up on that so that you guys can see how it turned out.
Yeah, so guys, stay tuned for our next podcast, and also give us our comments below. We are always open to receive your feedback. If you need help, if you have any question, Daniel, technology guy, branding guy, so we can talk a little about branding and everything, a little business as well. And Alvaro in the city. So stay tuned for our events coming up. And guys, that was your Que Más Ve podcast, guys. So hope to see you next time, guys. Thank you guys for being here. Daniel, see you next time. AJ,
Thank you. Boom.
Awesome.
Que Más Ve. See you next time, guys. Ciao.